Boom! Hi! What's up? How y'all doing on this fine, beautiful day? Let me tell you something. I'm super happy, okay? This, as you can see, has received a budget increase. And if we do well on this episode, we might get another one. Who knows? We'll see. Also, I raised this a bit, so it's not in the shot, not in my face anymore. And, by the way, today is a big celebration day. Why? Well, let me tell you. We hit 5 subscribers, baby! Yeah! And accordingly to this big celebration, I didn't know that this is a screw-on. That's awkward. Anticlimactic. I was gonna pop it, but anyway, thank you for 5 subscribers, and let's cheer for 5 more, shall we? Wonderful. But celebrations aside, today I wanted to make it special. You know why? You already know why, because we hit 5 subscribers, okay? I'm so happy about it. 5 people care about this and this. I'm just... It warms my heart. Thank you. And for 5 more. Anyway, today we have quite of an interesting and again very simple recipe. As always, we make things simple up in here, up in cooking with green, with the W, not with a with. You know why? Because I'm hip. Today we're making spaghetti tacos. Woo woo woo! Yeah, you might ask, where did you come up with this crazy idea connecting 2 completely different foods from 2 completely different countries? Well, I have this friend whose name is Sako, and he has a best friend whose name is Spencer Shea. And Spencer Shea is actually the creator of this recipe. And let me tell you, it's wonderfully beautiful. The story behind it is, one day, he couldn't decide whether to have tacos or spaghetti. So, he decided to have both at the same time. How genius is that? How f***ing genius is that? I love that guy. Shout out to Spencer Shea. Thank you for this wonderful recipe. And just to back it up, that this is a wonderful recipe, look at the flag of Mexico. And now look at the flag of Italy. See the resemblance? Yeah, they're meant to be, okay? Let's get to cooking! Woo! Overhyping this a lot. So for the ingredients, today we have, of course, spaghetti, the cornerstone of a good Italian meal. And taco shells, minced meat, beef, as Americans would say, some cheddar cheese for garnish, Roman lettuce, and of course canned, sliced up, diced up tomatoes. I actually got these from my bunker, my fallout shelter. You know, you should invest in one of those because the world's going crazy right now, you know? So we start off by heating up the stove, start to boil the water, you know? By the way, since last time, I've learned to use this myself. Aren't I the champion? Yes. So while that is boiling up, we can start cooking our meat. Some extra virgin olive oil for all the virgin lovers. Shout out to all the virgins. Oh, by the way, crazy news. You know, me, Green, I don't see the point of Twitter. But Since I'm a celebrity now, with all my 5 subscribers, I decided to create a Twitter account. Link in the description. And comment below your favorite part about the show. Or me. Comment about me. Bad things, good things, I don't care. As long as you comment. I might reply even, actually, yeah. So, I can feel the pan heating up. We got our minced meat right over here. And let me tell you about something about minced meat actually. If you want crunchy minced meat, or beef as Americans say, then leave it to cook like that. Don't like mix it up, chop it out with your spatula, which I have not prepared. We're gonna chop it up into smaller pieces after it's cooked a little, so it's crunchy and nice and there's more texture to it. So use the wooden one. Wood or over metal, any time of day. As long as it's not bowls. Bowls are meant to be metal, so you can't break them. And they're easy to clean. And other things. So for a slight garnish, we're going to use Roman lettuce. As I said before, I've diced it vertically first and horizontally now, so we could scatter it lightly over the taco or spaghetti, well both. Okay, now that the minced meat has cooked a little in one piece, we're going to be cutting it up like this. How long do you want to cook the minced meat for? Until it's cooked. Boy. Now that it's nice and spread out, we can add salt and pepper, just like last time. Keeping it classy. You know what I'm saying? Salt and pepper always goes well with minced meat, or any meat in that case, you know. Now once you've put your salt and pepper on the meat, you can now proceed to mix it up. You know, mix up the salt and the pepper. So when your water is boiling slightly, you know, when you see a couple of bubbles, you take your cubed broth cubes, whatever, add them right in the boiling water. So once the meat, or beef, as Americans would say, is quite well cooked, you know, all parts are brown and none of them are pink, you can take your fallout shelter tomatoes, open them up. I cannot do that because I'm slightly dumb. There we go. We open this. I hope these aren't pineapples. Nope, that's tomato. Drop the whole thing right on the pan. I know this seems kind of ghetto, but it works. Because I can't be, if you want to be gourmet and very fancy, and you have plenty of time in your life, then you can of course slice up tomatoes, blanch your tomatoes, then peel the tomatoes, then cut up the tomatoes, blend up the tomatoes. That's a lot of steps, okay? For me, I just go to my fallout shelter, grab a can, because I don't care. It's the same thing, even better, because I love foods that can survive after a nuclear blast. It's always pleasant to eat that kind of food. It's very empowering, if you know what I'm saying. Mix it all up so it's nice and evenly distributed. So when your water is boiling and your broth cubes have dissolved in the water, you can go ahead and take your aesthetically pleasing looking pasta from the cup in the water. I was really thinking that it's gonna make like a flower, but it just kind of let's turn down the heat on the pasta. So, I mean not the pasta, but the sauce. So it doesn't overcook while the pasta's boiling, cooking, whatever. Tomato, potato, American, British, they're all the same. That's a history joke. Once your pasta is al dente, which means soft on the outside and slightly hard on the inside, it's time to strain them. Once you have strained your pasta, add a tiny bit of olive oil so it doesn't stick together, and it gives it a little, taste. Since our meat is ready, let's add that to the party as well. Mix up the pasta and the sauce without spilling it over on the hot stove. And now we can start assembling our spaghetti tacos. We're gonna start by putting the lettuce in the taco shell right at the bottom. I know I said that it's gonna be garnish, but I'm crazy like that. Once your lettuce is in the taco shell, take a nice scoop of spaghetti and very carefully put it in the taco shell. Once it is in the taco shell, set your taco shell on the plate. Take your cheese and your cheese grater and put a little garnish on the taco. You put that right there. And rinse and repeat, basically. Lettuce, spaghetti, and set it down. Just grate some cheese over them so it melts nicely. Oh yeah, doesn't that look just tasty? Just look at that for a moment. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't food beautiful? I'm gonna devour these now. Please like and subscribe. Comment below what was your favorite part about the show, and maybe what kind of weird recipes you would want to see on this channel. I love you, and you better love me.